When you set a boundary with normal people, they usually honor it or make an effort to do so. Narcissists, manipulators, sociopaths, and psychopaths view boundaries differently. Once you understand their manipulation tactics and know how to respond, you will be in a position to act effectively. Here is a quick example. Jill finally cut that narcissist out of her life after months of counseling, soul-searching, and of course, all the behaviors that narcissists are known for. Empty apologies, re-recruitment followed by resentment rage, using secrets shared in confidence against her, you know? The usual devaluing behavior were evident. She let him know that for her healing, she needed to go no contact. He said he understood. Normal people understand and let you get on with your life. Narcissists and other high-control people can't honor boundaries. Why? Their world is all about power. You just found yours. To them, that's not cool. Also, they are very entitled. Most live by the mantra, give me what I want and no one gets hurt. You had the audacity to cut them off. Like a mosquito that has been swatted away, they're looking for the opportunity to come back for a bite. What will they do? Reconnect any way they can. It might be a text or email. Just wondering how you are. It's usually an invitation to chat. A simple one. It could be friendly or anger-provoking. They know your buttons and will push them any way they can. I know you moved out, but wouldn't it make more sense to save money by sleeping in our spare room until we settle this? Just thinking about you. How are you doing? What kind of a pathetic excuse of a man cuts off counseling and moves out? You need to prove to me that you're man enough to explain to me, to my satisfaction, why this relationship is over. Yikes. Any kind of response will let them back into your life. What if the narcissist discarded you? They will be back once their supply runs out. Don't be available when they reach out. It won't feel normal to stay no contact. You are a caring, empathetic person. This isn't how you operate. But it's time to care for yourself by doing something that doesn't feel normal. Don't respond at all. Or if you must, know that they will attempt to hook you again. How? Pleasure and pain. It might be sex, guilt, fear, or anger. There are other times when you can't cut them off and will still need to interact with them. How do boundaries work with those who don't respect boundaries? Here's another example to consider. Jack worked with a bully we'll call Hank. He couldn't fire him, and Jack's boss didn't seem interested in helping. Jack realized that Hank, the narcissistic bully, understood only one language: consequences. But what leverage did he have as a coworker? With the help of a counselor, Jack realized that he had 4 key power levers he could use with Hank the Horrible. First, his reaction. Hank loved it when he rattled Jack with disparaging comments. Jack decided that he wouldn't give Hank the oxygen of a reaction, but stay calm, rational, and in his power by not reacting. Second, Jack's natural inclination to cooperate and share information would need to be toned down. He was helping Hank, and that had to stop. Third, Jack needed allies. He wouldn't tattle to the boss about Hank, but would see who could be on his side when Hank disparaged him to the boss and others. Fourth, Jack needed to assert himself in a calm yet assertive way when Hank trashed him to others in retribution for losing control of Jack. If you're thinking Jack is back in middle school, you're right. Dealing with narcissists at work requires a lot of unnecessary effort. It's easier if the boss is on the lookout for manipulative behavior, but if not, it's up to you. And the boundary work will take extra effort. Never threaten something you're not prepared to do. Narcissists and other manipulators understand only one language, and that's the language of consequences. If you say, If you do X, I'll need to do Y. They will test you. Bet on it. If you're very calm and rational when communicating what you'll do, they might believe it, but bet on a test because that's what they're wired to do. What does that sound like? If you continue to raise your voice at me, I will leave. We will continue this conversation only when you're able to speak to me in normal tones. If you continue to spend money that isn't in our budget, I will separate our budgets and accounts. You won't have access to my paycheck beyond our budgeted expenses. If you're speaking like this to a spouse for a good reason, you can see that eventually the relationship will end, but that's a good thing. Remember that narcissists are highly unlikely to heal and grow. They're much more likely to become better manipulators, looking for a way to get back in your life or control you. From experience, I can say it's exhausting and eventually you will end up in a no-contact relationship with them. And they will use a simple conversation, text, or email to knock on your door for just one more chance to suck your blood. It won't feel like you not to respond, but don't. Narcissists, sociopaths, psychopaths, and other highly manipulative people don't honor boundaries. But they do understand the language of consequences. If those consequences have included no contact, then stay no contact if you can. Because you're worth it. If you got value from today's video from the Change Capability Institute, like the video and subscribe to the channel.